We're going to go ahead and rotate behind this team fight. That's Cthulhu ultimate. We're looking for a good time to engage. We do have our ultimate. 3 people grouping up. We're going to go ahead and activate our 3, then use our ultimate. Get a pick onto the mirror. Get a pick onto the Anubis. We're going to chase down this Nemesis, but Chong is able to get the pick. What a do, skibbity boo, it's your boy Shawnee D Gaming, and today we'll be playing the Demogorgon Bakasura in Jungle. If you are new to the channel, I add some commentary to a game that I've already played with the intentions of seeing what went right, what went wrong, and hopefully there's something we can learn together. If there is something that we learn together, make sure you check out the channel and subscribe for more content. As always, the full build is in the description down below. If you are a returning viewer, Bakasura is an auto attack based assassin who is very effective at farming through the early game and then kind of using his ultimate to win team fights. This is the second skin that you unlock in the battle pass, so I thought it should be the second video after the patch notes. I think the removal of boots really affected the auto attack based assassins because the 25% increased attack speed from the attack speed boots was very helpful on these characters. In terms of the leveling order, at level 1, we want to put a point to our 1, level 2, put a point to our 2, level 3, put a point to our 3, level 4, another point to our 3. We want to max out our ultimate whenever we can, max out our 3, max out our 2, max out our 1. In terms of the start, we started with Eye of the Jungle and tier 1 of Golden Blade. We picked up Blink, 3 health potions, and a mana potion. Bakasura's 1 is going to make it to where the enemies take 10% increased damage. Bakasura's 2, he's going to eat a minion and he's going to restore some health, mana, and gain some protections. It's going to be 10 protections at level 1, 30 at level 5, and the duration is 10 seconds. Bakasura's 3, you're going to deal true damage on your basic attacks. The way true damage works is it ignores protections but is affected by damage mitigation. So it's going to be 10 true damage at level 1, 70 at level 5. Bakasura's ultimate is going to apply a slow field, and it's going to cripple enemies inside of it. And finally, Bakasura's passive. Each time Bakasura kills an enemy, he's going to gain increased movement speed and attack speed. He's going to gain 7% attack speed and 5% movement speed. This can stack 3 times and last 10 seconds. So we take a look at Bakasura's passive icon. The little yellow dots are 6 minions that are going to come out whenever he uses his ultimate. The 3 blue dots are going to be his increased attack speed and movement speed. The little, I want to call them 10 tooth spikes, however you want to refer to them, at the bottom represent the timer for the blue circles. We need about 1300 gold to pick up Golden Blade. So we're going to do a full rotation, do another rotation, and then back after that second rotation. I think we're going to change up the pace of these intros. If you notice the difference, let me know if you like it. Just farming up, we hit level 5, so we are ready to get a pick onto someone. Bakasura is a god where we really just want to go from camp to camp, farming up, trying to get a level lead, trying to be the highest level in the lobby. We really only want to pick fights in the early game whenever we have our ultimate up. Once we get Hastened Katana online, it will be a little bit different. We can kind of take any fight we want. But until then, we really want to be careful and selective on how we engage fights. Since we have these 6 yellow dots, we have 6 minions, which is the maximum amount that we can have. Chonga needs a little bit of help. We're going to rotate up. Get some damage onto this Anubis. We're not going to be able to get a pick, so we're just going to jump away.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Bakasura's 2 is very helpful for recovering some health and a little bit of mana. The reason we are leveling the 3 first is because it's going to increase our damage outpost the most of our 3 abilities. And then the reason we're leveling our 2 over our 1 is we're going to get fatter heals. We're going to use our 1 as an escape and rarely an engage, but sometimes an engage. Getting a fat heal is going to be super helpful. We're going to go ahead back and pick up Golden Blade. Golden Blade is going to provide us with 30 physical power, 15% attack speed, and 10% movement speed. It has a passive that all basic attacks will also hit enemies within the 15 unit radius of the target for 50% of the damage to gods and 50% of the damage to minions and jungle camps. So it's 10% short of going into the attack speed boots. Whenever attack speed boots existed, I did not like picking up Golden Blade on Bakasura. I felt like he just took up an item slot. I'd rather get stone cutting and kind of go into power. But since we don't have boots, this is pretty much as close as we can get to getting our boots. It's cheap, it's effective, it's going to help us clear. Pretty solid item now that there are no boots. Eye of the Jungle is going to provide us with 10 physical power, 25 magical power if we're a magical character, 10 HP 5, and 10% attack speed. It has a passive that you deal 30% increased damage to jungle monsters. Upon defeating a large jungle monster, you're going to place a ward at its location that lasts for 30 seconds. While in the jungle, you gain 15 HP 5 and 10 MP 5. This item can be upgraded at level 20. So this AMC is not very happy with me this game. We don't have our ultimate, so I don't think there's a point of trying to gank. We are not going to let this guy affect how we rotate and how we farm in the early game. We're going to play our game, and whenever we have our ultimate, that's when we're going to start to look to get picks onto people. If we had our ultimate, we probably would have tried to gank left lane. We're going to go ahead and start working on this red buff. That's an Anubis ultimate. Our speed's up soon. We keep getting pinged. We're just going to say thanks to this guy. We're going to farm and play how we want to play. We're not going to let this guy affect how we play. We're going to go ahead and pick up our speed. Blue should be up soon. We are level 9, tied with Horus for the highest level in the lobby. We do have our ultimate. Horus is backing, so we're not going to use it on him.
Your right tower is under attack.
Enemies in the left jungle.
Then we're going to go use our ultimate. She can't dash because she's standing in the circle, which cripples her and prevents her from dashing. We get our first pick onto the Nem. We're going to go jump on the Anubis. Scare him a little bit. We're not really going to do anything because our ultimate is down. Whenever we're looking to engage characters, we want to know which abilities they have down. Anubis is going to be hard to get a pick on if he has his wrap, especially if he hits his wrap. So we want to try to go on Anubis after he used some abilities. Ymir we want to go on after his freeze, Horus after his dash, Nem ideally after her dashes, and then Danzabora we can kind of just engage whenever. We really just need to worry about his ultimate. So knowing which abilities you need to have down on the enemy team is very helpful for when to engage them. We're going to go ahead and make our way to the red buff. We do have enough money for a stone cutting sword, but we wanted to finish our rotation before backing.
You do not need them to succeed.
4 people, our ult's down. We're not going to be able to do much. We're going to go ahead, go to the scoreboard, and just mute AMC. So now we can't hear anything he says in VGS, and he can't hear anything we say in VGS. We went ahead and picked up Stone Cutting Sword. Stone Cutting Sword is going to provide us with 50 physical power and 7% movement speed. It has a passive that melee basic attacks decrease enemy physical protections by 10 and increase your physical protections by 10 for 3 seconds. So it's kind of like a protection removal item. We're stealing their protections.
Your middle tower is under attack.
So right now, if we take a look at our physical protections, we have 65. If we assume that Anubis has 65 and we land 3 basic attacks on him, we're going to be dealing damage to him as if he only had 35 physical protections. He goes into jungle. He's working on his red. We hear him drop his 1 and his 3, so it's actually a great time to engage on him. Ymir's behind us. We can see on the minimap. We want to constantly be scanning that minimap. We activated her 3. We just don't do a lot of damage onto Ymir right now.
Cancel that. Your right tower is under attack.
Right now we're just looking for some camps to hit. We're going to go ahead, hit our Greater Scorpion. This is going to increase our speed and our blue buff. The speed received a buff in this latest patch.
Okay.
I think it went from 5% movement speed to 7%. It definitely went up, but I forget the exact numbers. Mulan's getting a little salty, but we're not going to let her affect our rotations either. She's not nearly as bad as the AMC.
Through combat,
Okay.
the most advanced can be determined.
2 in mid. That's Anubis' 3 and 1. We're going to go ahead and use our ultimate. We get the pick onto the Anubis. We're going to jump up, try to chase down the Ymir. We're going to blink past. Activate our 3, and we're able to get the pick onto the Ymir, getting ourselves a double kill.
Combat, the most advanced can be determined.
Nice job.
Your right
Since we cleaned up mid, we're going to go ahead attack their Greater Scorpion, keep our enhanced purple and red buff.
left enemy tower.
Our speed is up, but we're just short of being able to pick up the Hastened Katana. Since we're just short, we're going to go ahead back, pick up our speed. Well, not back, but start another rotation, pick up our speed.
Enemy missing me,
Mulan got the blue, so our timers are a little bit off. We're not on the ideal rotation, but we're still going to make it work. We have our ult in about 10. We're trying to eyeball this Horus.
They have been defeated. Their form was imperfect.
Horus is too close to the tower for us to really do anything.
Enemy missing me,
Oh hey, Anubis.
Your middle tower is under attack.
Enemies in the left jungle.
We're gonna go ahead, drop the red buff.
Be careful.
With Bakasura, I feel like we can just go from camp to camp. If we avoid team fights, or like get a team fight and then go back into the jungle after losing some health, we can sustain up pretty easily. There's 2 people here. We're gonna kind of just keep wiggling around. We're not looking for this engagement, but we're looking for a way to get into this engagement safely. We get frozen, which is completely fine. We're able to bait that out. We're going to loop back. We did a little bit of damage onto that Ymir. We're going to go ahead and rotate behind this team fight. That's Cthulhu ultimate. We're looking for a good time to engage. We do have our ultimate. 3 people grouping up. We're going to go ahead and activate our 3, then use our ultimate. Get a pick onto the Ymir. Get a pick onto the Anubis. We're going to chase down this Nemesis, but Chong is able to get the pick. With Bakasura, we want to activate our 3 before activating our ultimate. If we activate our ultimate, then our 3, we might miss out on one of the cone basic attacks. We're going to go ahead and back because we have enough money for Hastened Katana.
They have been defeated.
Okay, you're welcome.
Cancel that.
The
You're
enemy
welcome.
took advantage of their
Hastened Katana is going to provide us with 25 physical power, 15% attack speed, and 7% movement speed. Hitting an enemy with a basic attack is going to grant haste for 1 second, causing you to be immune from the basic attack movement penalty. So we're going to be able to stick to somebody like glue, which is going to be very helpful. Mulan's in trouble. We're going to try to rotate up and help her out. She goes down, so we're going to kind of fall back. Anubis is here. We're going to activate R3. Now that we have haste, we want to kind of take these fights. We're going to jump away because we took a lot of damage. Changa had a fat ult that probably saved our life. If Horus got there and CC'd us, we would have been in a lot of trouble. We use R2 to eat a minion. We're going to activate R3, activate our ultimate. Try to fight into this Nem. We're able to get the pick onto the Nem. The minions that spawn from our ultimate can also be eaten from R2. So if we need a little heal and want some additional protections, that's the way to do it. In that Nemesis fight, since we ate a Harpy, we gained increased protections. Horus is chasing, Yamiya's here, whoop, gonna turn around, avoid that. We're gonna use our bees to avoid the slow. They're chasing through tower, we're gonna jump away. We have the speed buff, plus we have movement speed from each blade or katana. We are just short of being able to pick up the Qin Sias, so we're going to look for a few more camps to hit before actually backing.
Enemy missing rifle middle.
We're going to go ahead and drop the support buff. We have our ult in about 5 seconds. We're doing alright on health. A little bit of a fight going on in mid. We might rotate towards it. Activate our 3, activate our ultimate, get the pick onto the Anubis. Chase down the Horus, jump over the mirror wall. We get frozen, but it's just their tank characters. Oh, here comes Nem. We actually need to avoid her. If it was just the tank characters, we would have kept pressure. We are level 19, highest level in the lobby. Definitely on pace to hit level 20 by 20 minutes. We're going to jump, and we're able to get the pick onto the Horus. So that hyper farming really paid off. We didn't gank as often as we possibly could have, but we're about to hit level 20 before anyone else. Then we can start looking to just start picking a fight wherever we can. We're going to go ahead and pick up Qin Sias. Qin Sias is going to provide us with 40 physical power and 20% attack speed. It has a passive that on basic attack hits, deal physical damage equal to 3% of the target's maximum health. If the target had over 2000 health, this bonus damage scales up. This reaches a maximum of 5% of the target's maximum health if they had 2750 health. So that's most likely just going to be the Ymir and the Horus that have 2750 health. We're trying to eyeball the Gold Fury. It is an Oni Fury. So whenever we get this Oni Fury, it's going to spawn an enhanced minion wave in each lane. The enhanced minion wave is going to have additional protections and deal additional damage. So it's going to be able to push each lane up a little bit. Red's up. We're going to go ahead and drop that. We're going to check out this team fight, but it's really close to their tier 2 tower, so we're probably not going to be able to do much right here. It's just Ymir. We're going to activate our 3. We're able to get the pick onto him. Easy pick. We're going to go ahead and get the Greatest Scorpion. We should probably start trying to eyeball the Fire Giant. gonna go ahead and eat a minion. 3 people push up. We're gonna activate our 3, cast our ultimate, get the pick onto one, get the pick onto another.
Numbers have thinned. Your form is now functionally immortal. Go and
Easy double. We're gonna try to rotate to the AMC, help him out. Nem is here. We jump in, but we see a Ymir.
Retreat what
Now that Ymir is here, we're probably not going to be able to do too much, so we're just going to start falling back. This point in the build, I feel like all of these items are kind of core items on Bakasura, especially since there's no boots anymore. Whatever you picked up next is actually a flex item, so it can be anything. It can be defense, it can be lifesteal, it can be additional attack speed. I tried a few things, and it didn't really seem to matter because I had my core build online. If I felt like I was dying a lot or I didn't want to die at all, I'd pick up Mantle of Discord. If I feel like they have a lot of CC, I'd pick up the Magai's Cloak. If I wanted additional attack speed, we're sitting at 1.99, the cap is 2.5. If I wanted additional attack speed, I probably would go into Oboe, Ichiball, or the Executioner. But this game, we're going to be going into Bloodforge.
their form.
Bloodforge is going to provide us with 75 physical power, 15% physical lifesteal. It has a passive that killing an enemy god forges a shield from their blood with a health equal to 200 plus 10 per player level for 20 seconds. While the blood shield is active, you're going to gain 10% movement speed. So my thought process is if we go into a team fight and we get a pick, this shield might help us continue to get picks or help us get out. The movement speed is going to be really nice on it. We're going to go ahead and start working on Fire Giant. If we get the Fire Giant buff, it's going to provide us with HP 5, MP 5, and allow us to deal more damage to structures. So it's really good for sieging enemy structures. We get wrapped. We're going to use our beads because that's an ultimate. We're going to go ahead and jump away. We're going to go ahead back, see if we can make it back to this team fight before it ends.
Your middle tower is under attack.
The enemy took advantage of their weak points.
Your left tower is under attack.
We do have our ultimate and 4 minions ready to go. There's 4 people here. We just need to find the right engagement. We're going to activate our 3, activate our ultimate. We're able to get the pick onto 1. Jump up. We get knocked up by Horus. We're going to fall back. They scattered. We're going to chase Horus, which is probably not the right character to chase. That's his dash. That's his other dash. He probably has his ultimate.
Your right tower.
We get knocked up. So now we got to keep chasing. He's under tower. He dashes again. Yeah, there's no way we're catching up to him. We're going to go ahead and hit this tower, walk it through the tanks. So right now, while we have the Fire Giant buff, our team should be trying to push structures. Although our team is very scattered. We have 2 people back, Changa following me, AMC over in left, kind of doing something. But if we had all 5 of us, we could take that tower in right, and then we could put some pressure on the right Phoenix. If we had to choose a Phoenix to go after, the left Phoenix is the best Phoenix for us. The reason being is whenever the Fire Giant spawns again, all 5 of our teammates could be there. And then if they have all 5 there, the fire minions are going to be pushing up left, getting pressure. So most likely, one person is going to have to rotate to the left lane and stop the fire minions from pushing their Titan, making the fight at Fire Giant a 4v5, which would put it in favor of us. We're going to go ahead and upgrade our starter item to Protector of the Jungle. Protector of the Jungle is going to provide us 55 physical power, 35 physical protections, and 25% attack speed. So right there, we just ran into the enemy team. I don't think there was too much we were going to be able to do right there. Our bees were down. So yeah, we just got CC'd, and we were gone.
Your middle tower.
The passive on Protector of the Jungle is while you're in the jungle, you're going to gain 12% power and 12% protections. So the enemy team is sieging quite well. It was all 5 of them. They group up and they're pushing. Although our team does a fantastic job of defending. That's 2 down. Cthulhu ultimate. The Changa used her ultimate in a good spot.
A duo unraveled.
Danza goes down. Force also went down. That's a full D side. Now it's time to attack. Most of our team's already up there. We're the one that's lagging behind. Our team's able to get the middle Phoenix. Ymir's up, Nem's up. I don't think we can end right now. They have a tier 2 tower and right for each structure that they still have up. The Titan's gonna gain additional protections.
They have been defeated.
We get 2 Phoenixes down. Now I think we should pull back. Their entire team's about to be up.
You do not need them to succeed.
Okay.
An ally has been
Okay.
slain. You do not need them to succeed.
We're gonna go ahead and strip away a little bit of farm. We have a feeling the enemy team's going to go for Fire Giant. Ymir and Anubis and Danza are here. We have our ultimate in 4 seconds. 1 stack of minions. We're going to go ahead and activate 3, activate our ultimate, get some damage onto this Anubis. We probably should have been aiming for the Danza Bora. We're going to pull back. Cthulhu's now here. We jump. We didn't steal the Fire Giant, but we distracted them and preventing them from getting it for free. So now reinforcements are there. And I think we just prevented them from getting it.
No problem. No problem.
The most important thing right there was to not die. If we went on cooldown, it would have been a lot of trouble for our team, and they probably would have made a play for the Fire Giant. I'm going to try to loop behind this team fight. That's a Danza ult. We're just going to jump over it. Activator 3, that's his taunt. We're going to have to pull back. Need a minion, gain increased protections.
Double kill.
So even though we're not really attacking, we're keeping Danza Bora out of the fight. I'm sure that is helpful for our team. They get 3 down. We do lose the Changa. We get CC'd as soon as we use our ultimate, so we're not going to be able to do too much right there. We don't want to back, so we're going to wait for our 2 to come back up and then eat this minion. Our team's making a play for the Titan.
They have been
Little over half health. We're going to jump in. We should be able to close out right here. We get a pick onto the Horus.
taken down. The threat is
Anubis ultimate down. Anubis goes down.
their numbers have
Well, if you enjoyed this game, make sure you give it a thumbs up. It really helps these videos out. If you feel like you learned anything at all, check out the channel and subscribe for more content. These stats for this game will be posted in just a moment. Thank you for stopping by. I hope you have a great day. I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.